I'm Katuke Monique, your optimistic realist, here to talk about how you should flee toxic poison ASAP. And that is not a typo. It is as soon as F. So do flee toxic poison and do flee it immediately. Possibility, that means you're giving yourself time to get damaged more. So I myself am a soft woman. That's where I actually tout some of my highest value in my softness. I do enjoy it when gentlemen open doors for me. That does still make me blush. And I enjoy knowing that others are in a healthy state of mind, body, and soul. And I enjoy it when myself am in a healthy state of mind, body, and soul. So toxic poison can actually be someone that is brokenhearted, but they are not willing to self-heal. Because the most important thing to remember is that as a man or as a woman, you cannot change someone else. They have to want that change for themselves. So, as adults recognize that, and we love to lend ourselves to helping the broken-hearted men, but sometimes that broken-hearted person is not ready to heal, and that's understandable. Everyone has their days, everyone has their years, it just depends. And being a soft woman, I realized that I want to be this soft landing for my future husband. So therefore, if I were to say stay in a relationship with a toxic, poisonous man that's coming off boyish, because remember, the brokenhearted usually tend to, instead of being a man, they revert to their boyhood, or instead of being a woman or a lady, they revert to their girlhood. So instead of allowing myself to become hurt more and more by that toxic, poisonous individual, I actually have to flee them immediately once it is concrete, or at times even when you just have an inclination and you want to get a little distance and make certain they have time to heal themselves. Self-healing is going to be the best healing. So the broken-hearted, they can mend from the inside out. So men yourselves, I would say the best way to recognize a toxic, poisonous situation is say someone can't be truthful with you, or they have a lot of hidden nature. You might actually just think it's an issue with opening up and somebody not being transparent as you are. Because as adults tend to be very transparent, very. And boys and girls tend to be closed off, standoff, because perhaps they're juggling more than one man or lady. So gents, toxic poison is going to do this to you. One, toxic poison is going to influence your environment and influence your decision making. And you might even start to question yourself. Like perhaps some of this that's going wrong in my relationship is my fault. Now, if you know that you're a responsible individual, you're a loving, kind-hearted person, and your words are matching up with everything you do, so therefore you're not a hypocrite, you actually believe something, you say it out loud, and then you do it or already have done it, that's great. You've done your part, and you need to know that you are not the toxic poison. But a lot of times, hypocrites can rub off on you. They can influence you to be dishonest with yourself, saying that you did something wrong or you did everything wrong. That's definitely a red flag. When you are dating someone and they have done absolutely no wrong in the situation, take a deep breath, because you might need to rip that Band-Aid off that day. And it's gonna hurt. it honestly is not going to hurt the toxic poison one because they're more than likely putting up a display of feelings. A lot of times the person will tell you what they believe you want to hear. That is toxicity. That is poisonous because it's dishonesty. As an individual, no one can read your mind, so how do they truly know what you want to hear? Flee toxic poison ASAP, or else it will chafe you into questioning yourself. You may even become insecure in your decision-making process, and that's going to make you a very finicky person for anything you're looking forward to in the future. So remember, the future is key. You are living today for tomorrow because everything that happened in the past is fixed, it's nailed in, it's cemented. You can't change it. Now, of course, you can always be adaptable and flexible to whatever repercussions come from making your past decisions, and that's great. Us men and ladies, we're very adaptable and flexible, and that's where we get a lot of self-value for being able to take it on the fly and move along with your head held high, because toxicity is from the inside spewed out. And poison is taken in. So believe me, this hurt person did take in poison, but now they're not processing it correctly. They're not excreting it through all of the pores and excretory processes that they can. To get a lot of poisonous stress especially out, I like to work out. I do like to drink water. I like to read. I like to talk to new people. I love engaging. I read to children. You guys remember. And I just feel like when you exude positivity, you are much more likely to surround yourself with positivity and be magnetic to positive people. And toxic poison is definitely not positive. And so it is going to distance itself at some point. And if it starts distancing itself from you and you're not ready, that might cause you more hurt. So if you go on the preemptive and you recognize that, okay, this person is not ready to heal, I've been patient with her or him, and it is for the best of myself, because remember, men, in order for me to help the average man love better, I have to start at making certain that average man loves himself first. You have to love yourself first before you can even think about loving someone else. And I want you to be perfect for that one that you meet. And you're like, man, she's the one. He's the one. So, toxic poison, flee it immediately once you spot it, once you see it. Trickery up the sleeve, backbiting, talking about you behind your back to family or friends, or not living up to their word, making your expectations, because we're adults, we have goals, so therefore we set expectations, but making you feel like your expectations of good is too high or insane, delusional. Definitely go ahead, take a step back, evaluate things clearly, and make your final decision to flee toxic poison ASAP. Again, I'm Katuke Monique, your optimistic realist. Click all the links below, and we really appreciate you tuning in. Thanks so much for being great fans, and we give a big shout out to our day one Cesar Tanga. Katuke Monique, optimistic realist, signing off.